Hello everyone. So today we are going to talk about rules of subject-verb agreement. So there are 20 rules which you need to follow for subject to agree with a verb. How can we do that? How can we make sure that they get along with each other? There are some rules which you need to follow, right? So here are some examples of it. Singular subject is equals to singular verb. Now, what do you mean by subject? Subject is the main idea, the main thing which you are talking about in the sentence. And verb is the action taking in the sentence. You might be knowing what is noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, right? Suppose if I say that she is walking slowly, right? So walking is what? It is the verb verb in the sentence, right? And how she is walking? She is walking slowly, right? So whatever action which is happening in the sentence, that is known as verb. She is eating. Then eating is a verb because it is an action which is done by her, right? And she is the pronoun, right? You know what is noun? Noun is name, person, thing, right? Those all things are known as noun. Place is a noun, right? But when you express it in another form like he, she, they, their, right? Then those are known as pronoun, right? But in sentence, whatever action is happening, that is known as verb, right? So here, if I'm saying that she is walking slowly, then the subject is she, right? Because she is the one who is doing the action in this sentence. So the subject is she and walking is verb. So how one should match the subject with the verb, that is what I'm going to teach you today, right? So singular subject is equals to singular verb. If your subject is singular, then the verb will also be singular. Plural subject, plural verb. Simple. Here you can see singular subject, singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. Cow is singular, eats is also singular. So when you are talking about cow, right, and eating something is eaten by cow, right, then you can use eats, right. Ducks is plural, then quack is also a plural form of verb, right. So if this is singular, verb is also singular. If this is plural, noun is plural, or the subject in the sentence is plural, then verb is also plural. So hint, singular verb have an S. Yes. For example, eats. EATS. This is singular. It has S. So any singular verb will have S. Talks. That is also a singular verb, right? Now, singular, no, the S has to go. So suppose if I am talking about plural verb, then quack. Then it is not quacks, right? So if you are talking about a plural verb, the S will go. ITS. So it is singular. It's a singular form, right? So whenever there is singular subject, then singular verb, plural subject, plural verb. That's the first rule. Now, second rule, don't get confused by the words that come between subject and verb. So it might happen that it might have other noun also in the sentence, other subject also in the sentence. But what you need to do, you have to make sure that you connect the verb with the main subject of the sentence. For example, here, the detective who was called to the case is usually very good. So detective and the verb. Don't get confused with who was called to the case, right? So don't get confused with case and who was called. Don't get confused with that. Just remember the subject is whom we are talking about mainly is detective. So the detective who was called to the case is usually very good. So what happens here? Subject connects with the verb detective and is, right? Third is prepositional phrase between the subject and verb usually do not affect the agreement. So there might be any prepositional phrases in the sentence, but it does not affect the verb. So in this race is the prepositional phrase, but it won't be affecting the verb in the sentence. So the biker in his race is very competitive. The bikers in this race are very competitive. Is for singular verb and are is for plural verb. So here you can see I have used singular subject, which is biker. So then in the sentence there is a singular subject, which is biker. So the verb which is utilized is also singular. Here you can see the bikers in this race are very competitive. So this word is plural. That's why the verb utilized here is also plural, right? Now the fourth rule, right? If a sentence starts with there or here, the subject will always be placed after the verb, right? For example, there is a meeting today. So the verb is before the subject. Meeting is the subject, right? Meeting is what they are talking about in the sentence. That's the main thing, right? There is a meeting today. So the subject is always after the verb. Here are the results from this past month. Here the subject is what? Plural. And here is there that is starting the sentence. And the verb is before the subject. So as the subject is plural, the verb also is plural. Is and are. Is utilized for singular and are is utilized for plural. If subject is plural, the verb will be plural. If subject is singular, the verb will be singular. And in this case, whenever the sentence starts with there or here, the subject comes after the verb. You should remember that. Fifth is, subject can come after the verb in question. For example, does Betty always play with dolls? Right? How are the Bosco sticks today? Right? So in questions, it might happen that the subject will come after the verb, and sometimes it can also come before the verb. Right? Here you can say, how are the Bosco sticks today? So are is coming what? Before the verb, or before the subject, sorry. Are is coming before the subject. The subject is what? Bosco sticks. And the verb is are. As this subject is plural, the verb is also plural. How are the Bosco sticks today? Then here, does Betty always play with dolls? So play is the verb, right? And what is the subject here? The subject is Betty. Here the verb is coming after the subject. But in questions it might happen that verb can come before the subject also, right? So there are many combinations which can happen. Sixth is, if two subjects are joined by and, they typically require a plural verb. Here you can say, the puppy and the lady are friends. So they are talking about two subjects here, right? And they are joined by a conjunction called and. That's why when you are talking about two subject and it is connected with a conjunction, then the verb we require is plural. Here you can see are. So the puppy and lady are friends. So when you are talking about two things joined with a conjunction, then you have to use plural verb. Here you can see seventh rule of subject verb agreement. If two subjects are separated by and, as it was earlier also the subjects were separated by and, but here what is the difference? If two subjects are separated by and, refer to the same thing, the verb is singular. For example, here you can see the spaghetti and meatballs is my favorite pasta dish. So what they have done, they have utilized a singular verb. Earlier what it was told, that you have to utilize plural verb when two subjects are joined by and. But here two subjects are separated by and. They are not joined. Spaghetti and meatballs, right? Is my favorite pasta dish. So they are separated, right? And they refer to same thing. They are not separated as in they are different dish, but they are referring to same pasta dish, right? So it is connected to one thing only, right? Here in this sentence, the puppy and lady were two different subjects and they were joined by n, right? Here what is happening, and is used to refer the same thing, that spaghetti and meatball is my favorite pasta dish. So spaghetti and meatball, you can see here there is spaghetti also in the dish and meatball in the dish. So they are connected to each other, they are one same thing. Suppose if I say in bhaji pav there is capsicum and tomato. So in bhaji pav you have both the things, right? So they are one thing only, right? Eighth rule. If both subjects are singular and they are connected by or, nor, neither, nor, either, and not only but also, the verb is singular. For example, Sally or Booba has stolen the scarecrow, right? So, has is singular. Again, you can see here. Not only the guitar player, but also the drummer was soaked with sweat, right? So here also singular verb they have utilized, has and was, right? So whenever there is or, neither, nor, either or, not only but also, right? In those the verb is singular. Remember this rule. Ninth rule. If both the subjects are plural and connected by words or, nor, neither, nor, either, or, not only, but also, the verb is plural. So here you can see cookies or brownies are nice treats for your teacher. So if both the subject are plural and connected by word or, nor, neither, either, or, not only but also, the verb is plural. Here what is happening, if both the subjects are singular, that's why verb is also singular. But here both the subjects are plural and connected with these words like neither, nor, or, right? Then the verb is also plural. See the difference between 8th and ninth rule. There both the subjects were singular. Here both the subjects are plural. 10th rule. If one subject is singular and one plural and connected by words or, nor, neither, nor, either, or, and not only but also, use the subjects that is nearest to the verb. For example, either my sisters or my mom. So the mom word is singular, that's why we have used singular verb here. Here you can see in the second example, not only Bob but also the Smiths want some hamburgers for super. Okay, see in the second example, not only Bob but also the Smiths want some hamburgers for supper. So what is happening here? Here the second subject is plural and that subject is near to the verb. That's why want is a plural verb which has been utilized. First example, either my sister or my mom has sent me present. Right, here verb was singular and that was near to the verb, that's why singular verb was utilized. Here the subject is plural and that is connected to the verb, it is nearmost to the verb, that's why plural verb is utilized. I hope you are getting it. Unit 11. The rule number 11. Units of measurement usually use a singular verb. For example, 6 gallons of paint was used on the house. $5 is too much for a cup of coffee. So whenever you are talking about any kind of measurement, then the verb is always plural. Uh, then the verb is always singular. Now the 12th rule. Now what is the 12th rule? Collective nouns usually take a singular verb. What is collective noun? Class is a collective noun. When you talk about herd, right? That is a collective noun. When you are talking about bunch of something, that is collective noun. So whenever you utilize collective nouns, you usually take a singular verb. For example, the herd is tempering. The class was ready for the test. So these both are singular verb, is and was. So collective noun use mostly singular verb. 30. Titles of the books, movies, novels are treated as a singular. Holes was one of my favorite books. I want to see the movie. So here the subject is plural, but it is a title, it is a movie, right? So movie is always treated as a singular subject. So the verb which is utilized with this subject is also singular. So movies, novels, even if the word has HOLES, so there is S behind it, that does not mean that it will be treated as plural, it will be treated as singular only because it's a title of a book, movie or novels, right? So the verb utilized here will also be singular, was, right? 14th, two infinitives separated by and take a plural verb. For example, to run and to read are my two favorite free time activities. So, when you are talking about two infinitives and they are separated by end, they utilize plural verb to run and to read. So, two infinitives to run, to read, connected by whom? A conjunction called end. So, verb will be what? Plural. So, here you can see are is utilized to run and to read, right? So, plural verb is utilized when you are connecting two infinitives with a end. The 15th rule. Okay. So what is the 15th rule? Grenades alone take a singular verb. Grenades linked by and take a plural verb. So you can see here dancing is not something everyone can do as well as I can. Right? So whenever you are talking about grenades, they utilize singular verb. Grenades linked by and take a plural verb. So when you have alone you have a grenade, you have to take a singular verb. But when it is linked by, you have to take a plural verb. Here there is a grenade is alone. So here you can see dancing is not something. So it is alone. That's why we have used singular verb. If it is linked by, then you have to take a plural verb, right? 16th rule. Now, what is the 16th rule? If the words like each, every, or no come before the subject, the verb is singular. So, each boy and girl has to take the rest, right? Boy and girl, again, even if you even if you take one rule in which two singular subjects were joined by conjunction, then also the verb will be singular. And if you even if you take this rule that whenever there is subject is having words like each, every, no, right? Then the verb is singular. Every frog and toad turns into a prince, right? So I told you whenever there is s behind the verb, then it is a singular verb. No paper and pen is required. Singular verb. Dancing and singing come naturally to me. Again, singular verb is utilized, right? Most indefinite pronoun takes singular verb, right? Here you can say somebody, anyone, no one, everyone, somebody, anybody, nobody, everybody, something, anything, nothing, everything, right? These all will take singular verb. Everybody is happy, no one has a dime, nothing was going to help, right? So whenever there are indefinite pronouns, you take singular verb. Now, 18th rule. Both, few, many, others, and several take a plural verb. Several need to finish the race. A few have the right answer. So whenever we are utilizing both, few, many, other, and several, you have to take a plural verb. 19th rule. When the subject is all, any, more, most, none, or some, this is the only time you must look at the object of the prepositional phrase to determine whether it is singular or plural. So here you can see all of the chickens have laid eggs, right? So object of the prepositional phrase, some of the milk, right? So of the milk is a prepositional phrase, right? So preposition has been utilized here, and there is utilization of subject in which subject is all, some, any, more, most, none, right? But here in the prepositional phrase, the word which is utilized, that is singular. So that's why we have utilized singular verb. All of the chickens have laid eggs. So here chickens is plural in the prepositional. Object of the prepositional phrase is what? Plural. And the subject is all, some, right? So don't get confused that what is the subject and what is the object of the prepositional phrase. Here in the first example, the subject is all. All of the chickens. And the in prepositional phrase, object is chickens. That's why you have plural verb. Some of the milk has spilled. Some is singular, some is the subject of your sentence, and milk is also singular. That's why we have utilized singular verb here, right? So these are some rules which you need to follow when you are agreeing with the subject. What kind of verb you have to utilize, plural or singular, can be known by this rules. So follow these rules for better grammatical understanding of English, right? So final rule is only the subject affects the verb, right? So if the subject is singular, verb is singular, right? Make sure you see that.